Now, I guess on that note of like, I don't know if you like your games hard or not, but I
I do.
also hear wind of you've jumped into some Souls.
Some souls, some. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of where the Mori became a gamer somewhere along the way started, I guess. Because I was always into Bloodborne from the day it dropped. I tried it out back in the day, and I took a whole day trying to get through the first area, and then after that, it was smooth sailing. Just had to
Mm-hmm.
get over the
Mm-hmm.
hill. I became a fan after that, but I never really got deep into Dark Souls because I did try it out a little bit, but I thought to myself, this isn't for me. You need a shield, etc. You know, I was very stuck in my ways of you don't need a freaking
You
shield.
don't
Like, you
actually
don't.
need one.
You actually don't need one. But for
Right.
me at that time, I was like, oh, it seems like this is the way to play it, and I don't want to play it that way, so I put it down. But then I got Elden Ring, played and beat Elden Ring. Really liked that, and then chat's like, you should try Dark Souls. I was like, should I try Dark Souls? I don't really know if I like it or not. And lo and behold, some of my favorite games I've ever played. I
And that
love
was
Dark
it.
Souls. That
Yeah.
was it. It was my
I
favorite.
mean, listen, you're doing content creation with video games on the internet. You're gonna go through.
Gonna play Dark Souls.
Games.
Yeah.
You're going to.
It's a mandatory.
And you know, whatever order at whatever point, you know, like you're gonna have that experience of like, here, handle Ornstein and Smoke, you know, here, deal with the Fume Knight, like whatever, it's gonna happen.
That was when it clicked for me fighting those two guys. I was like, whoa, these games are actually awesome. I think I want to keep playing all of them. It was fun.
What type of build, what type of character do you usually go for?
So I want to be honest with you. Don't tell the strength bullies in my chat. I got bullied into strength only builds. So I just make guts every time, except it's like
Okay.
guts Calliope. So like pink hair, guts.
Yeah.
Ultimate strength build every time, and that's no shield, no magic, none of that, because they got to me. Sorry, strength chads, bullies. Did I say strength bullies? No, that's not what I meant to say. I meant no, those guys are so cool.
You can't go wrong with maximum unga.
Yeah, truly.
So the thing is FromSoft agrees with you, and they want you to make guts in every game.
I get that vibe for sure.
They give you a gut sword, and they give you a big old Artorias flip slash, and like they're like, no, we understand. We too are fans of Berserk. Look at this icon. That's not the brand. Don't worry about it. You know.
That's so awesome though. I love that. I love that so much.
It's funny, Woolie, that you mentioned that like From Software tells is like, yeah, maybe you go strength, because I recently went through Lies of P, and on release, Lies of P was not that. Lies of P was it had this feeling of every dev played through the game with dex weapons and had just never picked up the strength ones. They were really bad on release. They didn't do enough damage. They did not knock enemies back far enough. They were too slow. And then patch 1, they got buffed. Then patch 2, they got buffed. Then patch 3, they got buffed. And patch 4, they got buffed. And so on and so forth.
Okay.
For like a month. And then I still went through the whole game with strength only, which made the game get easier the further I went into it, which was a very strange situation with the game's difficulty curve.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't touched it yet. Have you seen Lies of P, Callie?
I played a bit of it and I liked it, but it again there was this feeling of like, I feel like I should be using some decks here, and like there's also, you know, parrying in general is something that I didn't have a lot of confidence in for myself until I played Expedition 33.
Nice.
Now I'm confident in parrying. Now I want to play Sekiro. Now I want to play Lies of P. So we'll see where it goes from here. But
going from Expedition to Sekiro is going to be super weird, because the parry in Sekiro is easier than the one in Expedition 33.
Wait, really? Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like twice as many frames.
No way. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
So one of our favorite little tidbits, I don't know if you heard about this one, but the director of Expedition 33, Guillaume Broche, they found he had a YouTube page, right? and they found it, and all that's on it are a handful of videos of S rank runs of Devil May Cry fights against Virgil.
That's it.
And that's it. You know?
That's all there is.
And it's like,
What
doesn't that
the
just
heck?
explain everything you need to know
Explains a
about how
lot.
this game like came to be? Yeah.
I mean, the music too. Some of the music, for example, the fight. I don't want to spoil stuff. There's a big fight where some of the vocals are done by
yeah.
people who
Yep.
did DMC music.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
I mean,
I
on all,
I don't know if
cool.
he speaks French, but good on him for singing in French. That's crazy.
Yeah, let's go.
incredible.
I
Yeah.
want to play DMC. I haven't played it yet, but it's on my list.
I mean, I'll tell you what, with your newfound parrying skills, that's a fun place to go. You know, we love those action games up over on this side of the fence, and like in particular, just the mechanic that is encouraging you to, you know, not get hit from Expedition 33, of course, is something that the roots come from Devil May Cry, right? Being stylish and not and comboing while being like as cool as the characters think they are in their head results in the music playing more and louder, and results in a style meter that ranks you for how cool you are.
For how cool you are.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's the whole thing. It's like, okay, there's games where you're like, okay, you know, you're playing like a Souls game and you're like, okay, don't get hit, because if you get hit, you die, right? But you're playing Devil May Cry, and it's like, don't get hit, not because you'll die, but because you'll stop styling.
It's cringe to get hit, man.
Cringe to get hit.
Yeah. So that's and a big part of like what stylish is parrying stuff, and then like, you know, countering it like with like great timing and stuff. So like those games are like a ton of fun for, you know, if you get good at parrying, right?
Awesome.